guys. Welcome to the Think Tank. Happy Sunday. So, I did a members live this morning, and you guys should check it out. We're talking about new things that, maybe we should do on the channel this coming year. And yeah, I got some great ideas and I appreciate it. So, yeah, check that out. Okay, so have you guys heard of this jail in Mississippi and them finding at this point 215 people buried right behind the jail? So the thing is, with not only is that just absolutely horrific, but a lot of these people, I mean, their families just think they're in jail, they're doing fine. It's just like, what? And the thing is, I want to see if I can change that. The thing is, nobody's talking about this. Like, what? 215 people. So let's check this out. And then I'm going to show you, this place. I've got a few pictures of it. And you know what? I wouldn't want to be locked up there. No way, no how. I mean, the things that happen in this place. Boy. So let's check this out. This is from Black Enterprise. And they're talking about, this is yesterday, 215 found behind a Mississippi jail, and the families are outraged. How are we not hearing about this? Oh my God, guys. They just threw him out like trash, said the family of one of the ones that were buried. 215 were found in a pauper's cemetery in Raymond, Mississippi, located just outside of Jackson. So believe it or not, I did actually bring up Google Earth, and we can, you can't really look around that place. Not like most, it cuts you off. But I've got it there to, we can take a look. So 215 found in this pauper cemetery. The graves are marked with metal rods and numbers. The gravesite is intended for people who have no family, but according to relatives, they were never contacted by officials. So they've just been putting these people, unbeknownst to basically everyone, in these unmarked graves, a pole with a number. So civil rights attorney Ben Crump is representing the families of Mario Moore, Dexter Wade, Jonathan Hankins, who were all buried in the cemetery without the knowledge of their families. Oh my God. It's like they just threw them out like trash, just like they did with all the others. Gretchen Hankins, the mother of Jonathan Hankins, told Fox affiliate, what are you doing, Jesse Munn? WBLT. So activist Arthur Reed, who works with Crump, recently visited the site. Reed stated that the deceased are put in body bags and placed into shallow graves. The activist describes the visit in the interview with Fox 26. So let's see, I might be able to show you some of this.
An unsettling situation in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, to be exact. It's been revealed 215 bodies were buried in unmarked graves behind a state jail in Jackson, of course. Attorney Ben Crump is now calling for an investigation. Families of the dead reportedly had no idea until last month. Some of them, those grave sites were only labeled by a number and a metal rod. Joining us to talk about it, activist Arthur Silky Slim Reed, who also works with Ben Crump.
So they're not even, these families have not even really, a lot of them, been notified. This has got to be punishable in some way, would you think?
a police officer, and his family thought he was simply missing, but he was dead and buried, and no one notified them.
Well, the thing about it is that he had identification on him, Isaiah, and the medical examiner gave it to.
You see? Like, what is going on? And this has been going on for a very, very long time. Guys, I don't want to get into trouble here, so I'm just gonna.
Over here. But it's because they're putting them in shadow graves, and the only thing that they're putting them in is a body bag without embalming the body.
Oh my God.
Bodies. So the stench from the bodies are drawing buzzers there. It's so inhumane for anybody to do anyone like that, Isaiah, is just horrible, is what we can say. And that's not even a word that we should use in a situation like.
So what has been going on, and truly for how long? And they're saying the stench from this are drawing buzzards. It's so inhumane for anybody to do anyone like that. Isaiah said it's just horrible. How you doing, Carrie? Hello, Mexi and Dandy. Really good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Wade was hit and deleted by a police vehicle. Although the victim had identification, Wade's family was not notified of his passing. The family thought he was missing until they recently learned he was buried in that pauper's cemetery. Oh my God, you guys. Reverend Hosea Hines, the senior pastor of the Christ Tabernacle Church and the national leader for a New Day Coalition of Equity in Black America, spoke to the Chicago Crusader and said he empathizes with the families. They need more than empathy. It really saddens my heart to know that their relatives went that long, some over a year, not knowing if their loved ones were passed or alive, and then coming to the realization that they had been buried in paupers' graves behind the jailhouse, he said. So let's take a look. Oh, I appreciate that, Mexi. Thank you so much, friend. So I need to show you the inside of this place, and the stuff that happens here. It's like, what? So most places, I mean, you can get close enough that you've got a bit of a view of these places, but they keep this one pretty locked back. The outside is even ran down. That's probably the cleanest area that I have seen. And it's basically in the middle of nowhere. But let's see. So here, this is inside. And this was shot because there was some kind of fight going on, allegedly. So this picture was captured. But the amount of people who want to lie to each other there, the substances, whoa, it's rough. Not a very big yard. Check this out. Check this out. I mean, what? They talk about overcrowding. Oh, I mean, this place is a mess. Just a mess. Oh, my word. Yep, Popper's grave. It's just like, oh my God. And the thing is, they're not putting just inmates. That's bad enough. But they're putting people that are on missing lists in this area. It's like, are you kidding me already? How does this happen? How does this happen? Reverend Hosea Hines and attorney Ben Crump, not happy man, alarmed over the discovery of 215 multiracial found buried in a pauper cemetery behind the Hinds County, Mississippi jail. Reverend Hosea Hines, senior pastor of the Christ Tabernacle Church and the national leader of a Day Coalition for Equity and Black America, joined attorney Ben Crump in calling for an investigation. I guess so. Some of the relatives of those found buried behind the jail simply thought they were missing. They object to having to pay a fee for the removal of their loved ones. Are you kidding me already? They want, oh my God, how is this even legal, let alone charging people to move their relatives from this place? Oh my word. Look at this. More not good things happening behind the walls. Look at, they've all hidden their faces and they're going for somebody. They're going for somebody. Oh la la. So at a press conference held, this was back on December 20th, at the Stronger Hope Baptist Church in Jackson, Mississippi, Crump was joined by relatives of three of the deceased men. Each of the women held a picture of their loved ones. Oh my word. And you guys, I mean, nobody is talking about this. I didn't find many articles, that's for sure. There's a lot of information as far as what kind of place this is, and it's not good. But look at these families. There was no, they can't say anything was racial here because it doesn't look like it didn't look like they had preferences. Everybody was open season. That is scary crap. Wow. So Gretchen Hawkins, who is white, held a picture of her son, Jonathan Hankins, 39. Marianne Moore Glenn, a black woman, held a picture of her son, Mario Moore, 40. And Betterstem Wade held a photo of her son, 37, Dexter Wade. They were all shocked to learn that their relatives had been buried behind this jail. Crump and his co-counsel, Dennis Sweet, are demanding to know why officials failed to investigate their passing and did not try to find next of kin, as opposed to burying them in paupers' graves near a dirt road. Oh my God. Their grave sites were reportedly marked with a metal rod. Whoa, you guys. My word. So yeah, they did do a supervisor's tour through this place. They were looking, maybe to check out the conditions. Oh my God, you guys. Like, look at, it's just in the middle of nowhere, where it seems to me they just pretty much do whatever the hell they want. This is probably one of the worst ones I've heard about. It's unfortunate that we're living in a world that is college educated and super sophisticated as it relates to telecommunications and IT. The amount of mistakes that were made as to individual families not being notified about the deaths is unbelievable. It saddens my heart to know that their relatives went that long, some over a year, not knowing if their loved ones were dead or alive, and then coming to the realization that they had been buried in a pauper's grave behind the freaking jailhouse. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Thought humanity had more scruples than the time of Rome. Doesn't it amaze you? It is unbelievably disturbing. And you know what? The thing is not many people will see this. When it comes to this type of thing, there'll just be a couple of us. It probably, there's a good chance it won't even get monetized. they're not putting this out. It's, to me, it's just like, how can this happen in this day and age? You know, it is absolutely mortifying. Asked if he was surprised at what was happening in Jackson, Mississippi, Hines said, I am surprised that it's happening anywhere in the U.S. We should be better than this. Duh. He said does not know the cause of deaths for the 215 people and were acts of racism, prejudice, or bigotry. He said he is also investigating the causes of their deaths. I give my condolences to all the families. So, you know, like I said, this is a rough, rough place. There might be people out there that families literally thought were incarcerated and something was happening behind those walls, in my personal opinion. Everything in here is my personal opinion. So, as one of my favorite creators says, don't sue me. So efforts to reach Hinds County Coroner Sharon Grisham Stewart to determine the cause of deaths failed. She did not respond to emails. Thank you, Mexi. Much appreciated, my friend. Oh, it's just really, we'll take a look at this one here. So a mother reported her son missing in March. Police kept the truth from her for months. Betterstein Wade's search for her adult son ended when she discovered that an officer had run him over without telling her. Authorities buried him in a pauper's grave. Are you kidding me? This day and age, my friends, I am so, so sorry for her. Oh my God. Jackson, Mississippi, 7 months of searching for her lost son brought Betterstein Wade to a dirt road leading into the woods past an empty horse stable and a scrapyard. We'll see up on Google Earth here. Give me a second. I want to see if I can find that scrapyard. Give me 2 seconds. Because there's really not a hell of a lot out there. What is this over here? Okay. Let's get back to this. The last time she had seen her middle child, Dexter Wade, 37, was on the night of March 15th as he left home with a friend. She reported him missing, and Jackson police told her they'd been unable to find her. Wow. It wasn't until 172 excruciating days that after his disappearance that she learned the truth. Dexter had been deleted less than an hour after he had left home. Jasmine, sorry guys. We had a lot of snow. We have a lot of snow. So there's a lot of action happening around out here. Carrie, hello. Tracy, hello. Sorry, I'm getting cookies. No problem, Danty. No problem. Who did the shoveling? Best interview of underlings. Ooh la la. Uh-huh. That's very interesting. I don't know if I'll see if I can find something on that. Okay, 172 days, excruciating days after his disappearance, Betterstein learned the truth that he had been deleted less than an hour after he had left home, struck by a Jackson police car. as he crossed a nearby interstate highway. Police had known Dexter's name and hers, but failed to contact her, instead letting his body go unclaimed for months in the county morgue. There has to be charges, right? She pulled up to the gates of the Hines County Penal Farm, her sister in the passenger seat, a sheriff's deputy, and two jumpsuited inmates in a pickup told her to follow them. They bounced down a road and curved into the woods. Crawling past clearing were rows of small signs. Look at this. Oh my God, you guys, look at this. Each with a number. Look at that. How disgusting. And no one has said anything. Like, this is literally sliding right by, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do hit that thumb and share this out. Look at this. Girl, look at this. Betterston said, 65 said to her sister, would you believe they would bury someone out here? The caravan came to the end of the road at another clearing with more markers. So who's doing the burying? Like, that's very well said. Who did this? Who, guards sneaking out during their shifts? Oh my God. The caravan came to the end of the road. Again, there is more markers. The deputies took one of Betterston's hands. I apologize. Her daughter, the other, and they walked to the mounds of loosely packed dirt and stopped at the grave number 672. And she said, really? She bent over, hands on her knees, and cried out, her voice echoing off the sounds of the trees. I'm sorry, baby. I am so sorry. Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to vomit. Are you kidding me? Says Jason. Dexter grew up in Jackson. He was a sweet little boy, smart with computers, and a leader among his classmates, a lover of nice clothes, a dreamer who hoped to one day own his own business refurbishing old cars. That went awry in his teens when he got lost under the influence of older men who were taking cars and were doing substances. You know, we hear this story all the time. How sad. A single mother of three who had worked at night, Betterston said she wasn't always around for Dexter, but she bailed him out of jail and he always returned home. Although Dexter's boyhood aspirations did not come true, he and a girlfriend, Candace Thomas, had two daughters and remained a bright spot for him, even after the couple's romantic relationship dissolved. Yeah, that's it. 215 found behind a jail. Not all ex-inmates. And they do have families, which is coming to light. And it is extremely sad. A mixture of all. Yep, exactly. And he was an hour, what did they say, from his home, or away from, he had been gone for an hour? How did she put that? I'm just shocked. Like, are you kidding me? I need to take a look at this. Crawling. 172 days. And he had been deleted less than an hour after he had left home. Look at that. They were put in bags and shallow graves. I'm so sorry. Oh my word. Dexter was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and schizophrenia, Betterston said. After starting medication, he decreased his illegal taking of substances and stayed home most of the day cleaning and taking care of the yard. He liked to give homemade ice pops to kids on their street and handed food to people who didn't have homes, and occasionally sold sodas and chips in the neighborhood. He rarely left the house for more than a day or two without calling, Betterston said. He never showed signs of wanting to hurt himself. I didn't see it. Didn't seem like he was in a bad place, but I don't know what happened that particular day. Oh my, oh my. Oh my God. So let's take a look really fast at this.
215 bodies were found buried behind the Jackson, Mississippi jail. Y'all, this is shocking. If you're not from Mississippi, you may not know that earlier last year, a mother's son was missing. In the end, it was discovered that a off-duty Jackson police officer hit and killed him, and they buried him with.
You see, what is that? So, are there going to be charges? Like, what the hell is going on here? And how many times has this, hey, girls, how many times has this happened? It's like, oh my God. And how come mainstream media is not all over this?
Without telling his mother. They tried to use every excuse in the book. They said, once the word came out that they knew where the body was, they set a date and time to exhume the body. Can y'all believe that Jackson PD showed up 3 hours before the mother showed up to witness her son's body being exhumed? Once the body was exhumed, y'all, his ID was in his.
So, what is that all about? Why did the cops have to be there? I mean, they weren't there to alert her when her son was deleted by one of their drivers.
Front pocket. Jackson PD was trying to say that they didn't know who he was. It was just a big hoopla. But now that we are finding out that 215 bodies have been found buried behind the Jackson, Mississippi jail, this is disturbing. As you read here, that when this was found out about, mother.
So, yeah, how many more are we going to find out? And are we going to be able to find out who all of these people are and how they ended up there?
Came to the press conference and held up pictures for their loved ones, and they wanted to know if their loved one was there. Now, y'all help me out. What do y'all think? Should everybody working at the Jackson PD be fired behind this?
Something needs to happen. I don't know if they all need to be fired, but I definitely think there's some of them that need to be charged, you know? And anybody who was involved or knew anything about this, what are they doing? Being anything regarded to law enforcement. I mean, they shouldn't even be security guards. They need to be in the hooskow. You can't go run over people and then bury them in the back of the jail and it's okay. Call it a day.
In unmarked graves behind a state jail in Jackson, of course. Attorney Ben Crump is now calling for an investigation. Families of the dead reportedly had no idea until last month. Some of them, those grave sites were only labeled by a number and a metal rod. Joining us to talk about it, activist Arthur Silky Slim Reed, who also works with Ben Crump.
So, Arthur, this started with Dexter Wade's case back in March, right? He was an individual who was hit by a police officer, and his family thought he was simply.
So this is the stuff that was happening. It's like, are you kidding me? Yes. Yeah, I mean, Greg, that's fair enough. That is absolutely fair enough, friend. Yeah. I mean, they need to figure out what the hell was going on in this place. Um, Hello, Greg. Shut down and then investigate who, what, and when. That could be you, me, or our children. I couldn't agree more, friend. I can't agree more. It's like, whoa, what the hell? Like I said, I don't think people need to be fired. I think people need to go to jail. And I don't know how far into this prison does it actually go? Like, who was putting these people back there? And how come we have not heard of this? How come people are getting allegedly ran over by cops and then thrown in a bag behind a jail? Like, oh my God, man. Oh my God. Ay, ay, ay.
Missing, but he was dead and buried, and no one notified them.
Well, the thing about it is that he had identification on him, Isaiah, and the medical examiner gave it to the lead detective who said he called, didn't get an answer, and they didn't worry about doing anything else. What we're finding, Isaiah, is that Mississippi.
What was that? Are you kidding me? Oh, no one's home. No one's home. Yeah, we do. That's good enough. That's good enough. Oh my God. This is just mortifying. Do you know what it reminds me of? Um, all the kids, all the Native kids that they're finding behind schools. And nothing, of course, it's generations ago, a couple generations anyways, but still, this is kind of the same kind of thing in my mind. Like people are just being treated like nothing, disposed of. Oh my God.
Mississippi is Mississippi. It's an ugly Mississippi. And this is sad because now we have 6 other individuals that has been put into this same grave. And if you look at the video from when we first went to that site, buzzards were flying overhead. And we were trying to figure out
What? Oh, yeah. You know, the more I hear, the more I think you're right. Greg, shut the place down. Did you see? We were looking at the conditions. And I mean, look at this. This is allegedly, I mean, this is all, you can find all of this, Google it. It's easy to find. What's not easy to find is information on all of these people. And this was allegedly some, you know, well, they were not doing good things. Let's put it that way. There we go. Just like that. Just crazy. Just what?
why are the buzzards flying overhead? But it's because they're putting them in shadow graves, and the only thing that they're putting them in is a body bag without embalming the bodies. So the stench from the bodies are drawing buzzards there. It's so inhumane for anybody to do any one like that, Isaiah, is just horrible is what we can say. And that's not even a word that we should use in a situation like this. It's something that we
Oh my God. So this is what has been happening. It is absolutely disgusting. I'm going to try. Sometimes Google Earth is not my friend when I'm streaming, but we'll try here. Okay, so they're saying that this happened in the Hines County Penal Farm. and that they were buried in the back. Now, they do have a lot of area, and that one said that they had to crawl through some bush. They also said something about, okay, that not a junkyard, but what that let's just take a look. Like, they do not give me a lot to show you, but I'm going to assume, because they said went down this dirt road and then through some trees, I am going to suppose it's in this bush right in here somewhere. This is what makes sense to me, because they said they went down this dirt road. I don't know if this is, let's see. What does this sign say? I can't make it out 1,000%. So this is the jail. This is it. And the penal farm, right? So they said they went to the back and down a dirt road. And that's the only dirt road really that I know of or could see from up top there. Crawling through bush. So we'll look at this mess over here. Hines County Detention Facility, that way, and the penal farm that way. Yeah, it's the only dirt road and this is about as far as they're going to let me get on here. Like, I cannot get any closer. It's basically in the middle of nowhere, right? They said, though, that they passed a junkyard, or, that vehicle spot. So, go there. So are they saying this is the dirt road? Raymond Lake Road? Let's take a look. So that's this road here. And I don't think, yeah, they won't let me. Oh, there's another dirt road. Oh, maybe it is this spot. Oh, maybe I was mistaken, friends. Let's see. Let's get back up there again. Dirt road. Hmm. This one makes more sense to me. I don't like not knowing the exact spot. Dirt road. Maybe we'll get more information. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, like there's all sorts of stuff. 200 inmates moved from Raymond Detention Center following ongoing issues. So, okay, I want to look at this with you guys. And I'm going to try my best to figure out where exactly that is. What do you guys think? Behind or past that? What do you guys think? Yeah, well said, friend. Yeah, it's going to help. It's going to be the tip of the iceberg this coming out. Wonder whose head will roll again. Probably none. None? No one. Protect their own. Convicts are treated like cattle. Never a name, just a number. We in the UK just had a poll about our police system and whether it can be trusted, believed. The outcome to that was huge and not favor of the police. Yeah, I would love to have a poll done on Canada and the US as well. The reason I say lock up is if they find a unalive person on your property, they take you and they clear you. So why should it be any different? There's 215 here. Boom. Yep. Yeah, it's true, Dandy. The police need to be policed. Yeah. Well, in the US, we had a whole defund the police thing going not long ago. Canada was doing the same thing as far as that goes. I don't believe defunding the police is the answer for anything. I don't either, but something definitely has to change, right? Yeah, that's exactly. We do need police, however, we don't need the criminals running the police station. Yeah, well said. Like, look at this. Isn't that even just I mean, give me a break. Are you kidding me already? Okay, we don't have the police. We have the army. Canada's got their CMP, and then each province has their different detachments all over the place. And then each place has got, the head of police, sheriffs, and I don't know. They just keep adding more and more. And I don't know why we need so many different divisions. Why don't we just have one that really works well? Okay, here's another picture of that penal farm. Yeah, that is the problem. Too many criminals with the lead. More and more we find, right? $215 found in unmarked graves behind the jail. So share it out, guys. I mean, what the hell's been happening? So Jackson County Sheriff's Department adult centers detention staff. Look at me stumbling again. Go figure. Um, hmm, that's at this point not what we call impressive. I would like to see, I don't know. Greg, you hit it right from the start. Scrap them all, start doing your investigations. And I mean, it doesn't look like it would hurt for this place to be updated maybe a little bit, made a little bit safer, make it a little bit more. I mean, I know they're criminals. I got that. I get that. But this isn't right. This is not right. Give me a freaking break. Heads need to roll, my friends. It's time. Hines County Detention Facility needs attention. 215 people found behind this mess. Shallow graves, unmarked graves, and they chose not to tell the families. Federal judge orders takeover of the Raymond Detention Center. Holy. So it is the sheriff's department. Do you know what? It's like, is this just systematic? Does this just affect everybody like the plague? Our kids break the law, they go into the system. We think and hope they will be safe to a point, but do their jobs. But sadly, too often, just the convicts who hit on the other convicts, it's the system. Yeah. That is an elected entity, senator or Congress rep. Notify now. Good advice, friend. Good advice. So, guys, this is what I wanted to share with you is this mess. And let's just hope we see more. If I hear more, of course, I will either do a video or a live for you guys because I'm truly hoping that we end up seeing something come of this. This just can't be. It just can't be. So, guys, with that said, that's what I have for now. If you guys have any information that you want to get to me, get a hold of me on Discord and Twitter, because I would love some updates. And if I'm busy with something else, I don't want to miss it. So don't forget, subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.